What a race. Miami had a little bit of everything, and that was just the Legos before we had the green lights. It's been a really good weekend, a sprint race, qualifying, everything. Nicole Mulder has been on the ground in the paddock for paddock update throughout. And Nicole, well, what to speak about? Maybe with the DRS zone slightly different, it could have been a Max Verstappen victory. Are we looking at this as a Verstappen loss, or are we looking at this as a McLaren win? What have you heard from the Red Bull team?
At the end, it was Max who lost out to the McLarens, but he put up a really, really good fight. Yeah, which also made his team principal Christian Horner very proud, as he said in his press talk to the media afterwards. It was quite incredible to see how Max used every inch of the track to defend against McLaren's. There was some talk about the guidelines as well for racing, because Lando Norris wasn't too happy with how Max was defending. And after the race, Max, he seemed pretty okay with the guidelines how they are now. He said they are very clear what we can and can't do during racing, even though he did say it feels a bit unnatural the way they're racing now. So that was a comment that was reiterated by Christian Horner. He basically said that he thinks racing is a bit over-regulated right now, and that it leads to kind of unnatural racing, and he would like to see that change a little bit.
We've got to say that McLaren do have an advantage, and we've seen teams who have advantages in the past get maybe an investigation for doing something illegal. So are we expecting to see anything from Red Bull with regards to a protest before the next race?
Christian Horner has said that right now Red Bull aren't planning on protesting against anything McLaren is doing, because they can't see anything illegal on their car right now. But he did say he is expecting a significant change from Barcelona onwards, because the rules, of course, will change a bit for the flexi wings. He didn't exactly specify how he thought that would affect McLaren, because McLaren, of course, themselves have said time and time again that they don't think it will affect them at all. But of course, we'll see when Spain arrives.
I know you did speak to Andreas Stella as well. Did he say that McLaren are still the third fastest car? Because I think at this point, that excuse I don't think is going to wash.
He didn't exactly say that. No, I think right now it's pretty clear that McLaren has an advantage. They have a very clear edge on the competition. So I don't think even Andreas Stella will now say that McLaren are the third or even second fastest team, because they are the fastest team by far right now.
Ferrari, they had a bit of a team civil war. What is the feeling on the ground there? Like, Hamilton sounded the most frustrated I've heard him on the radio in quite a long time. Is that something that he's going to be carrying with him as we leave Miami?
Charles didn't really want to say too much about it after the race. He wanted to talk it through with the team. Lewis didn't seem too concerned either. He looked pretty chipper. And the question was also asked, of course, to the team principal, Fred Vasseur. He wasn't too keen to talk about it either. He said, they finished P7, P8. Doesn't really matter who finishes P7 or P8, because that's not where we want to be. So it doesn't really seem to be a situation they'll be taking with them.
I know you need to get out of Miami, but final thing from you, it's a star-studded event. I know you had the Cadillac launch as well yesterday and plenty of celebrities there. Is there anybody that you've been able to speak to this weekend who you might know from Netflix possibly?
Yes, I had a little chat with Mr. Gunther Steiner today. I asked him about his predictions for the championship. And if Max would be able to beat the McLarens, maybe if they keep chipping away points from each other. But Gunther doesn't seem to think so. He says right now McLaren clearly has the edge over the rest. And even Max, although he applauded his driving style and his approach to racing, he said it would probably be between the McLarens. So I asked him, which one do you think will be world champion? The answer was he doesn't think it will be Lando Norris. His bet will be on Oscar Piastri. He says Oscar Piastri seems more to handle the pressure a bit better than Lando, so that's why he thinks Oscar will win it.
Well, Nicole, thank you so much for everything you brought us over this weekend. I know it's been a very, very busy one for you, but hopefully everybody watching has enjoyed it. We'll speak to you next time you're on the ground, and GPBlog will be on the ground in Imola in 2 weeks' time to kick off another triple header. Until then, thank you, everybody.